Welcome back to Bear With Me. The Boston Bruins are now 3-4-1, and that's good enough for. Let me look at it.
It doesn't even matter. It just doesn't matter, Joe. Oh my God, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
3, 4, 5, sixth in the Atlantic, way down in the conference, and in the bottom third of the National Hockey League. My name is Joey Copponi. That's Rob Tocci. Rob, how you doing?
I'm struggling, Joe. Gonna be honest with you, man.
We're brought to you by Prize Picks, the exclusive daily fantasy partner of the CLNS Media Network, and by Game Time Tickets, the best place to buy tickets online to sports concerts, all your favorite events. Use code CLNS at both of those places. Save yourself a couple of bucks.
I want to get to the positives.
What is going on? What is going on?
I want to get the positives out of the way.
Why?
Because it's going to ruin the rest of the show if I have something positive to say. So we have to
say it
out of the way. One, Patra looked good. Had a nice assist, stealing the puck because his other father, Patrice Bergeron, was watching. Got their comparison to Young 37 from Razor.
Yep.
Two, it's fun to watch Zadorov push people around because he's quite good at it.
Yep. Is that
3, nope, we got one more. 3, I learned there's someone in the world named Stank Oven. Yep. That's so good. That's what I'm almost certain that's Dutch for colon. Like when you would be
no way.
It sounds like that's what like the Dutch like Krankenwagen is ambulance.
It is Dutch for stench oven. So
I'm mad that I was close.
That's not far off.
That's all I got. That's it. Yeah, that's as positive as I feel like getting right now. Welcome to Bear With Me.
The positives are the boy is doing fine. There's the big guy hits guys, and there's a guy whose name sounds like Stinky Butt.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's about all we got. What's going on? What's happening? Why do they not look like they play hockey? They look like they're hired actors to play hockey. What's going on?
I don't know. After the Nashville game, I was like, okay, end of a road trip, going back home.
Mm-hmm.
Like our Boston Bruins, they're quite a resilient team. Like people were like, what are your predictions for this game? And like, meaning like, who do you like to score or whatever? And I was like, they're going to win. That's all I know. They'll win.
Mm-hmm.
And then they really didn't.
No.
They really didn't.
They've lost 4 out of the last 5. They lost the Panthers at home. And then they won the Avalanche game, which I almost completely forgot about, and then have now lost to Utah, Nashville, and Dallas in a row. Offense isn't getting going. Defense stumbling over themselves. They're bad at keeping the puck in the zone. They're bad at breaking in. They're bad at breaking out. They don't look great on the power play. They did have the power play. They look horrific on the penalty kill. If you want to talk about the second period of this game, that just kind of sealed the deal.
What sucked too
Swayman looks all right. How about that?
Yeah, Swayman does look all right. I was going to say what does suck is that you take Lohrei out because he hasn't been playing very well defensively, and you put in Wotherspoon, and then I think Wotherspoon kind of struggled this game. There were a few moments that really stuck out, like giveaways on the blue line, just kind of overhandling it, just not making the right plays. But this is also where I want to be like, that applies to basically everybody. Everybody was not making the right play, or was overhandling it, or in some cases underhandling it. It feels like we're already out of options. Like, it's like, oh, just shuffle up the lines, call someone up. It's like, we have no one to call up. This is like the first time I'm like, wow, our prospects do kind of suck. Like, if like we're at this point of the season, we're like, who do you call up? People are like, Lysell. And if you're paying attention at all, which I'm not, but I'm paying attention to people who are paying attention, Lysell is not the solution. Like, he's not playing a good enough game, 200-foot game to warrant the call up.
That's the thing, is that like his play style, it translates if you're like a transcendent talent.
If you're David Pastrnak, you can do it.
Yeah, if you're Macklin Celebrini, you can bring that game to the NHL at a young age and be like, yeah, I can take over. But short of that's not really how that works. I truly, in my heart, believe like this is not what they're going to look like all year. It's not what they're going to look like. They'll figure it out and they'll turn it around. it's
Monty will
more
be
that
gone
it's
by the end of October if they keep playing like this.
yeah. I mean, I think a month from now we'll be like, wow, that was weird that they had that stretch out of the gate where they couldn't win a game and they looked like not a professional hockey team. But what stinks is that it's everyone right now. Basically, Patra, Swayman, I guess McAvoy at times. But
McAvoy
like,
didn't have a good game.
no, but like it's just a long list of guys that you're like, well, once Marshy figures out how to put the puck in the net again, well, once Coyle this and once Geeky that and once Frederick this and once there's too many ifs, ands, buts right now that it does feel a little hard to have hope that like, oh, they'll just magically turn it around, because it's not a matter of one or two things happening. It's a parlay of things all going right.
It feels like hope is all we have. And even most days, I don't know that I have that. I all day was like, damn, I have to watch the Bruins tonight. Like, it was like weighing on me that I knew I had to tune in. And I was so ready to be proven wrong, be like, oh, that was so silly of me. But like, no, it's a chore watching this quality of play. It sucks when you're only a few minutes into the second period and you're like, there's so much more of this game I have to watch. Like,
I mean, when you know that it's over, especially near like the end of the second, where you're like, this game's over. Now there's a whole period where like, I'm going to get my hopes up in moments when they have a good shift, but it's also going to get crushed probably in that same shift. And I'm just going to have to watch them flounder a bit. And there's something like extremely debilitating about watching them chase back through the neutral zone. Just, a puck that squirts past the line and they just regroup outside of the zone, circling in the neutral zone. That makes me go like, oh, dude, just get off the ice. Just everybody get off for a minute.
Call timeout.
5-on-0. Would you please just knock it off for a few minutes?
Jeremy's got it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough play. And I think our expectations were so high that that's what really sucks. So high. We're talking about winning the Atlantic.
Yeah, they were really high, and it's not even like we're not in first place. It's like, hey, can we like put the puck on the net or pass it more than
before
once?
We focus on getting it in? How about we focus on getting it on?
Yeah.
And the thing is, I don't know, like the Florida Panthers have played one more game than the Bruins right now, and they lead the division with 11 points. And the Bruins have 7. It's like, it's not like, I don't know, you haven't like played yourself out of contention and like lost your first 8 games or something. It's a lot more the way they look than the quality, or it's more that. It's more the way they look and the quality of play than it is the results. Because if they were one game better, like let's say they won in Nashville or whatever, right? Let's say they won the Nashville game, still lost tonight. I think we are in here kind of in the exact same way, where we're like, yeah, like they're all right, they're doing okay, but like they, not because they've solved their problems, but because like a couple of bounces have gone their way. There's just a long list of issues that we didn't expect. I think that's what's kind of catching fans off guard. It's like, why do you look like this? What is going on? Monty, let's just jump right into Monty.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit. We already touched on the fact that, I mean, he's on a lame duck contract, whatever, that he needs a contract, he needs a job. This is not the start he wanted, and he is letting them hear it. He's never been shy about expressing himself, be it facially or vocally, but this is a new level. For this early in the year, this is like playoff Monty, if not, maybe beyond that. I don't know if I've ever seen him this regularly animated every night. Where, I mean, tonight in the second period, third period.
Could the timeout that wasn't a timeout. Yeah.
During a TV timeout, called a full team meeting on the bench and animated, yelling, screaming, drawing up plays, or just writing down what he's threatening to do to them after the game. I don't know. We didn't see the whiteboard. He could have been writing down a list of blackmail that he has against everybody, but losing his mind. It's like it's almost tough to see like the seventh time. You know, the first time you're like, yeah, that'll fire the boys up. The seventh or eighth time, you're like, oh man, things are not good, huh?
I don't even know that I have that reaction to it. Because it's kind of what I would want to see. Like, I don't know what else I would rather see instead of him being animated and giving it to him. Like, that's what the coach should probably be doing. The fact it's just that we're in a situation where it keeps having to happen.
That's exactly what I mean. Yeah, I'm not criticizing his demeanor. It's more like, oh man, if that's an indicator of where we're at, that's not very good.
In a scale 1 to 10,
yeah,
how in danger would you say Montgomery is right now in terms of being fired?
Is it a cop out to say 5?
A little bit, but it's still a fair answer.
I think so, because I mean, I don't think 5 is saying like a 50-50 chance, or I don't
5
know,
isn't
or whatever.
1. Also,
I'm saying like
you're
up
saying
the
there
scale,
is a chance
because this scale starts at 0. I would say, yeah, I'd say you're at like a 4. Let's lock in 4.
4. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, people are
What do you
talking
think?
about people. I mean, like people on like Twitter. People on Twitter say lots of stuff. Where'd I go? Here I am.
There you are.
That was weird. Yeah, people are talking. People are talking about it, but not like any.
Where are you at?
5.
Cop out.
No, I don't know. My gut reaction is that his record in his first 2 seasons is simply too good for you to just throw the baby out with the bathwater when you hit your first like big streak of shitty play at the beginning of a season. So I went. Oh, Joe, you have a question?
Just really quick to interject here. It's not just that. It's also the whole playoff thing. Go on. 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I'll give you
some
that.
tough playoff decisions that might have put them in the position.
YouTube comments were going to remind me of that, so thanks for that. Yeah, I don't know. It also comes down to who else is available right now that you think would be better for this team. Like I don't really have my finger on that pulse. Mike Babcock's out in the woodwork somewhere doing something. If we really want to lean into the screaming coach, but
sure. That's the thing is like when you fire a coach, a lot of the times people forget you have to hire a coach. So coming in and saying like, "Hey, this is an ugly apartment you have. You should get a new one." It's like, okay, where's the new one? How much is the new one? Yeah, I'm not stoked with it either. What's the plan? You know, you have to have a course of action. So like firing a coach, you don't just magically get another great coach to, come down out of the woodwork. But the playoff things certainly don't help. The fact that that they spent again up to the cap and felt good about this team, and it's just not getting done. And I don't know if this plays in at all because the front office is run by 2 former players, but I don't know how they feel about the optics of Monty kind of losing it on the bench, especially with the Marshy one like that. Well, I think that's a bigger deal than we made it out to be.
No,
a bigger deal than
we gave it credit. Did you see any of the media talk about that?
I did.
I'm in Team Marchand, and like they were talking about it on the Altcast tonight. They're like, that happens literally every single day on every single team. Like that is not a special thing. It's just the cameras caught it and the media ran with it. It was interesting. Like we talked about it, even with a kind of tone. But I think it's been 8 games. I think it's been a really bad 8 games with not too many positives in there lately for us to really be like, yeah, but at least we have that. So it's kind of hard to, it's always darkest before the dawn, Joe.
Theo Epstein says when what is it? I'm going to fuck up the quote. When you don't have something to fill the void, like negative narratives take over, it's something like that. When the media doesn't have something to talk about, they're going to run with negative narratives.
Yeah, that's it, and that's exactly it. Also, I tweeted this, and I, in my heart, believe this because hockey is very funny, and because life is very funny. The Bruins played Toronto on home ice on Saturday. They're probably going to kick the shit out of Toronto, but just because it's the funniest course of action that could happen. Because it always happens. It's like whenever the Bruins are struggling, like they go against a rival and they're like, "Oh, good, the Bruins are struggling," and call an ambulance, but not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I this could be copium, but I just could very much foresee like a 6-1 victory on Saturday or something outrageous.
Well, if you want to get your hands dirty and put something down, maybe you see Marshy getting a couple of points and Patra getting a couple shots on goal, something like that. You want to string together a couple of player higher or lowers. Maybe head on over to Prize Picks.
You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. Hey, sign up today. Get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Cook up hot takes with your friends and win real money this football season when you and your crew run your game on Prize Picks. This week on the Prize Picks football board, Justin Jefferson for more than 83.5 receiving yards and Patrick Mahomes for less than 267.5 passing yards. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Now what?
I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like,
now what?
Yeah,
I was gonna
like
text you now what during the ad break, and I was like, I'll just wait till it's over, and we'll just start the next block with now what? Because like, what do you say after? Oh, I have something.
Oh, yeah.
Tonight
Joe.
was the first Bruins Unobstructed Views, right? Was it the first one?
Yep, it was.
Couple things.
Couple things.
One, they named that show because it was a Red Sox alt cast, and there's a lot of obstructed views at Fenway. So it's like watching with fans, and you have an unobstructed view. So to just be like, oh shit, we should do one for the Bruins and don't change the name, it doesn't make any sense. Yep. What?
I thought it was because Razor and Tuca were goalies.
No.
And it's like, oh, I have an unobstructed view of the play. Like no one's screening me.
Maybe they're trying to pitch it like that.
That's
but like
the spin I would put on it.
That's
a
not
spin
what
I
it is.
subconsciously put
it's
on
the
it.
name of the Jared Carrabis.
This is amazing.
Show.
You're telling me for the first time.
Now you know. It's Jared Carrabis' show, and they just made it Bruins and stuck Razor and Tuca and Bergie in there tonight, which was good.
It was good.
It was good. It was good.
It literally was just like it wasn't. It was just 3 dudes watching a game. Like that's like there was a lot of like some dead air because they're just watching the game.
Yeah, that's the one thing I will say. I say this with all the love in my heart. I would say this to Razor, and he would probably agree that like if there's a mesh of guys on the screen and Razor is the most media trained guy there, it's probably not going to be like the most familiar thing to people who are like used to watching sports broadcasts. But I thought it was good. Bergie is just, I mean, he's just great. He's just great, dude. He's just great.
Please.
He's so funny. He's just kind-hearted. Tuca is, we've talked about this for years, but we know it, but I don't think everybody knows just how funny Tuca is.
Tuca's so fucking funny. Tuca's like legitimately a funny person.
He's not
like
player
Tuca
funny.
And
he's
Chris
not
Kelly.
athlete funny. He's a funny guy.
Like Chris Kelly's in that group too. Chris Kelly is like a very funny guy. And apparently Krejci is, but I think he reserved that for the locker room. Because like they kept asking like who's the funniest guy in the team? People were like, oh, Krejci. It's like Dave? French fries?
David French fry?
But no, he was funny. There was like one moment where they turned the puck over in the neutral zone. Be more specific, Rob. I can't. And I think you could hear Tuca just go, Jesus. Like it's one of them like under their breath. Which I was really like talking about not being media trained. I think Bergie was going to be kind of on the quieter end, and I feel like Tuca was going to be on the end of like saying too much and like being too casual with it, and just kind of like I was really hoping we were going to catch like something slip. We'd be like just like a very casual swear. Be like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tuca will get more comfortable doing it. I'm glad that he's doing it.
Yeah.
I like them describing. I don't know if you were still watching or not. I know you switched over to the regular broadcast at one point, but them describing their days as retired hockey players is crazy.
Oh, I did think I caught that. Bergeron's just like, I'm an Uber driver for my kids.
Yeah, like they were pretty much just like, I bring my kids to school and then I golf until they're done at school and then I pick them up and then I try to work out. And then I do the same thing the next day.
So just like what every guy would do if they didn't have a job, basically.
Yeah. Like I golfed, and then I see the boys, see the guys get together,
grab beer, see the kids,
grab beer, skate. Friday nights we skate.
Get the pucks in deep. It'd be funny if like they asked, "What do you do in retirement?" and they just gave like an intermission answer, like
just got to
out of breath, towel on them,
playing our game. Just got to get back out there and get in the dirty areas and win the one-on-one battles and just get it done.
Okay, thanks, Joe. All right, have a good period.
Yep.
So what now?
They're instantly out of breath while they're doing it.
Yeah, just break a sweat instantaneously.
I always feel bad when they interview guys. Like you can tell they're doing it immediately after the period ends. They have like sweat dripping from the end of their nose. Yeah.
Humming. Okay. From the Nashville game, do you remember the Ryan O'Reilly interference penalty on Lindholm where he just like RKO'd him for some reason?
Yeah.
What was that? Nobody talked about it.
I don't know.
I saw the play out of the corner of my eye. Like I saw them go down. I was like, oh, that's weird. And they show the replay. And at first I thought it was a hook. But it wasn't. O'Reilly like chases Lindholm down from behind because Lindholm's like has O'Reilly's stick like chicken winging, and then Ryan O'Reilly just like I can't describe what he does. It's like he slew foots him and then but tabletops him, but just himself. It was such a weird play.
Yeah, it was a professional wrestling move. That's the right way to put it.
I try to forget how Ryan O'Reilly did us dirty.
I try to forget how Ryan O'Reilly looks.
Yeah, I try to forget Ryan O'Reilly. So it's like one of those like, no, stay dormant. Like I don't feel like stirring up that hate right now.
Yeah.
So just go away, man. Also, I feel like this may not be unique to Judd, but I feel like I caught a Juddism, possibly the first.
Ooh, okay.
Again, this may not just be unique to him, but I don't remember other people using this expression, at least not as often as he does. A pass that goes that is in between two players and isn't really great for either of them. He'll say a tweener.
Ooh, okay.
He's like, oh, a tweener.
So between I'm trying to catch on the Juddisms too. I'm trying to catch on them
because we knew all the Jackisms. Like we had bingo cards made.
I would like to make a Judd bingo card by Christmas.
Is that enough time?
I think so.
That's
we just gotta pay a little bit more attention, but we should make it. We should definitely
24 Juddisms.
We'll make a free space.
Well, that's including the free space. It'd be 25 without it.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
I thought ahead.
Maybe we'll do a Bing board.
Honestly, if anybody listening has caught on to any Juddisms other than tweener, please message us.
Yeah,
so we can figure this out.
I gotta
by Christmas morn.
Now I'm thinking like, I definitely have a few that I've noticed, but I can't think of any right now. Had we talked about this before the game, I would have kept my ear out and been like, oh yeah, he says that a lot. But no, I mean, Judd's been good, dude. Judd's been good.
Yeah, I like Judd quite a bit. I know we keep talking about that, but he's just, again, professional is the word that keeps coming to mind.
Yeah.
I just realized something.
Hit it.
Congratulations, Nikita Zadorov, for not taking a penalty this game. His first game
as a Bruin.
First game as a Bruin, we didn't take a penalty.
Nikita Zadorov. Thank you.
That's where the bar is right now.
Wow.
just don't take a penalty every game.
Yep. Yep. Did other guys still take dumbass penalties in the offensive zone? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Dude,
Yeah.
Pasta is obsessed with taking penalties 10 seconds into a period. He does
I don't
it.
know what it is. He
I don't
comes out
either.
with some fire. I don't know if he's like a smelling salts guy or something, but like he comes out of a period definitely a little yoinked.
So that happened 3 times in the last 3 games. So in the Utah game, it was like 10 seconds in overtime.
Yeah.
And then in the Nashville game, it was like 11 seconds into the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the game against Dallas, it was 11 seconds into the second period.
Weird.
Dave. And they're all stick infractions, like tripping or hooks.
Mm-hmm.
He actually took 2. He took a hooking and a tripping call this game. Brad had a high stick and a cross check, and Parker Wotherspoon had interference on Duchesne. Marchand's cross check, he was kind of barking at the ref about it, but it could not have been more of a cross check.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure if he was mad about what happened before he did that, and he was like, "Well, I only did this because you didn't call what they did." I don't know.
To go back to the pasta thing,
Yes.
maybe they're emphasizing early period possession, and Pasta's putting that on himself to do. But that, I mean, I'm searching for an excuse for David Pastrnak. That doesn't even sound like me. It's just stupid and lazy. Then they all look bad. They look ugly, and they put your team down early. He's better than that. He should be better than that. Do you envy the people who were at the game tonight?
No, I do not.
Well, if you want to go to a game and have an okay time at the Garden, or go see a Celtics game, those are good. You can get tickets and go. You can just go. You just get the ticket. It's crazy, Rob. Once you get the ticket, you just like go to the game. You're at the game. You're seeing it, and you just like they let you walk right in. They let you sit down. They let you buy $40 chicken tenders.
They let you
do that. All you got to do is go to Game Time.
There's nothing like seeing a game live. I mean, watching it on TV is great. We have all the technology. We have our phones. We have access to everything. But being there in person, it's definitely the way to go. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app. Create an account. Use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It's game time.
Rob. You're Rob, dude.
I'm Rob.
You talked about it a little bit already, but I'm going to talk about it now, too. Let's talk about it. They have a Saturday night ESPN NHL Network game. Against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Bum. Tickets as low as $85 on the Game Time app.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, it's actually really good.
That's
Saturday
really
night against
good.
Toronto. You kidding me?
Very good.
Yeah, I just checked. And I'm sure that some super deals might pop up, and you can filter out all the fluff. That's what Game Time does, dude. Do you listen to the ad? That's what they do. They filter out the fluff. You're not going to see those $400 tickets in the balcony. They'll be like kick rocks, dude.
You don't need another app.
You don't need another app.
Got a quote here.
They're playing Toronto. Oh, yeah. What? Oh, yeah, sure.
Montgomery on the players' lack of confidence.
Uh-oh.
It's quite significant. Our attitudes need to go in a better, healthier direction. Yes.
Remember that time Sheldon Keefe said that
It was a
Austin
distraction.
Matthews scoring 70 goals was a major distraction?
No, Joe. He said, obviously, it is a major distraction. Because the operative words here are obviously and major.
Everybody
and,
knows
I get what he
it's
means.
A huge distraction.
I get what he means.
Yeah, I guess.
Like how the narrative around it becomes bigger than like the team doing well.
Yeah.
But like, maybe don't say that. I don't know.
I just, yeah. It's just great to remember.
So you're saying it
Especially
could always
as we're
be
about
worse
to
because
play
we could
them
be
and
coached by Sheldon Keefe.
oh my god. That
Although
would
his
be
Devils
tough.
are doing pretty well, so who knows?
Oh my god.
It's weird to think that the Bruins are are pretty much in step with Toronto right now. Toronto is 4-4-0, and Boston is 3-4-1. It's 1 point. Like if they didn't poop their pants against Utah, they're 4-4-0 also.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah,
might.
they're right
I thought, yeah. So it's more of an even matchup than I realized it was.
Mm-hmm.
But
Both
again,
of the teams are only have one win on the road. So how about that?
Oh, that is interesting. There's just something about Toronto where when you play them, it's like it doesn't matter what else has been going on. It's like not like the Boston Bruins in the recent play are now going against Toronto. It's just Bruins Toronto. Like that's its own history, and
it's a reset button in a lot of ways.
It can't. This is, I think, your best opportunity to like quickly turn the narrative around. Like if you can like go against a division rival on home ice when you're skidding and like draw the line in the sand, be like, no, this is it. We figured it out. And you can go out and have a genuine 60-minute effort and get the win, get bold points. I think that's as good of a starting point for your turnaround as anything else.
I mean, following the Toronto game, 2 of your next 3 games are against the dog-ass Philadelphia Flyers.
I like that.
That would just be great. I mean, sandwiched between them is the Carolina Hurricanes, but still, it would be a logical time to be thinking about a turnaround here is that you turn it around with Toronto, Philly, Carolina, Philly, Seattle, Toronto again.
It's a very odd series of games.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of gross. Looking at it, it's kind of clunky. And even after that, so it goes, hear me out, folks. Picture this in your head. Philadelphia, Carolina, Philadelphia, Seattle, Toronto, Calgary, Ottawa, St. Louis.
It's a mixed bag. You got some high danger in there, and you got some games that are so much of a gimme that, their own right, they're dangerous. Because, again, the Bruins tend to play the level of their opponent. Well, the Bruins of yore did. I don't know about this 2024-2025 Bruins squad, but... yeah, I think, obviously, you got to cut the shit, to put it bluntly. It's stop being bad at hockey. And I do think this game against Toronto presents your best opportunity to really hit the reset button. And be like, all right, let's go from here.
I really like to break the season into chapters. I really do think there's like 8 to 10 chapters in a season, just like looking at the stretch of the schedule, that just kind of naturally break up. And I really do think that the Bruins just ended chapter 1. And chapter 1 stunk.
I think chapter 1 will officially end when they do get their first like definitive win.
Yeah, I guess I'm looking at it in terms of opponents. So maybe it ends after the Philly game because this is a homestand here. They just played Dallas, Toronto, and then Philly, and then go back on the road. So maybe that's where chapter 2 starts on Halloween in Carolina, in down there in Carolina, which isn't even a Carolina accent.
I think it's really important to get the next 2 games at least. Get your because that 10 game record means a lot, or it can, and 5-4-1's not that bad. You're above 500, not by much, but you're above 500. Yeah, that's. I mean, hot take. I want them to win more games.
I really think we should make a graphic and put it out because I picture what's up. What?
Nothing. I'm just laughing because I got nothing to contribute in this episode.
I mean, here's the thing. It's like this is such a dog shit stretch that like, what can you say?
We eat when they eat, and they're not eating right now.
Yeah, they're not eating right now.
Sorry, what you said? What graphic do you want to make?
I want to make a graphic where we break down like the chapters of this season. Because I really think if you look at it in stretches and think like, okay, you got to win this many in this stretch. This is an easy stretch. This is a bad stretch. I think they're really coming to an end of this one here. So like that 10 games, that might be it, which would be after Philly. Win these two. We'll talk to you after the Toronto game, but you got to get 3 points out of these two games.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
It's like it's still early enough where like basically like no one's running away with the record right now in any like meaningful way.
No,
at least I don't think they are.
No, Florida has 11. They're in first with 11, so it's 4 points. It's 2 games.
But they also have like they played
9
9 games. I mean, we've played 8, but I mean, you win 1 and it's 9 to their 11 points. So exactly. That's not running away with it.
No.
The most points anybody has in the league right now is 12. So holy shit, Winnipeg is 6-0. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
All right. It's we gotta remind ourselves it's early. Like, don't hit the panic button. Like, I think there's an important distinction between hitting the panic button and being very dismayed by how shitty their performance has been so far. Mm-hmm. Like, when I complain about how they're playing, I'm not like the season's over. I'm just like, when I tune in for 2.5 hours, 2 to 5 times a week, 2 to 4 times a week, it sucks when they suck. Mm-hmm. And I get to complain about that. I invest enough time and money into this team where when they play like shit, it is my prerogative. It is my obligation to shit post on Twitter about it.
And shit post into your guys' ears. And if you want to follow us shit posting on Twitter, you can follow us at @bearwithme_pod.
Let us shit in your ears.
Let us pray.
Everybody get up.
All right. I forgot to put our names on the screen here.
I don't care. I don't want my name associated. Right, yeah, all right, there we go.
Where are they? What'd you do with them? What have you done?
My name is Doug Stankoven.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. You can follow us on the socials.
Coming by.
At @bearwithme_pod. You can follow me at Joey Copponi. You can follow him at Rob Tocci. Rob_Tocci. I always forget.
No, just Rob Tocci.
Rob Tocci. You can follow him at Rob Tocci. We'll be back Sunday, right?
Yeah. We'll be back.
We'll be back Sunday. Sometime Sunday. I got a Halloween party Saturday night. And it's a late one. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I'm busy. I didn't want to go.
Do you want to go?
No.
There's going to be a My Chemical Romance cover band.
Bruins.
I'm going to be watching the Bruins. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's fine.
A My Chemical Romance cover band.
What are they called?
Band.
What are they called?
Dangerous Nights.
What?
Yeah.
I wanted something better than that.
Yeah.
Like the Black Parade now.
Well, the name of the show is The Black Charade.
That's good. There we go. I needed something like that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Big fans of MCR here. Bear with me. Big MCR guys.
MCR guys. It's actually 3 tribute bands. It's MCR's the headliner, but their openers are Simple Plan tribute band, which whatever, and a Paramore tribute band. So
very briefly, I was just imagining a tribute band for MCR, and then that band had their own tribute band. We're like, we really like their covers, so we want to do a version of their cover, and it just keeps trickling down until it's unrecognizable. There's something there. All
right. Thanks for listening, everybody. Hey, I got a joke. Never mind. That won't land with anybody. Never mind. This show sucks.
Thanks for bearing with me. Thanks for letting us fill your ears with shit for 39 minutes. I have a joke. Never mind.